Welcome to Grand Warlord Radha. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like it a lot. We're going to keep on this one. We have 4 lands in the hand. We do have Cultivate. We do have Zealous Conscripts if we want to gain something on our side of the battlefield, so we can get that going. What do we need? Let's go lead off with the Sheltered Thicket. Have that come into play tapped, and then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. We are playing Grand Warlord Radha. Haste. Come back here, Radha. You get a little stage fright. Whenever one or more creatures you control attack, add any combination of red or green to your mana pool, and then our mana does not empty as our steps and phases end. Let's go and get Forest down. Yeah, that's good. And then anything else that we need to go for, we're going to pass the turn. Playing gets Maelstrom Wanderer. The creature that rides on a horse with no name. Creatures you control have haste and then Cascade and Cascade. Now, if you've never seen Maelstrom Wanderer before, typically what the game plan is to ramp a bunch, get down Maelstrom Wanderer, and then go for Cascade and Cascade. Get some really good value spells off of that. And then typically the Maelstrom Wanderer player always ends up... the first one's always like a really, okay, good, we're going to survive this one, and then next one you just lose. That's how it always works. Let's go ahead and grab, we do have Forest in the hand. Since we do have at least 3 green sources already for us, we're just going to go double Mountain. We actually get a pretty heavy red hand, even though it is simply just 1 red mana, and then we'll kick it back over there. We did cover both commanders at free time. We can talk about whatever we want. That's going to be Radha. Now, this is a red-green energy deck. It may seem kind of interesting to have Radha as the actual commander herself as the energy deck, but I don't have a red-green energy deck, and it was kind of something that I've been looking to build for a long time at this point right now, so I was really excited about that. How do we want to sequence this? We're going to end up going for Radha. So if we go for Radha, we can tap out. That'll be 2 additional mana. Yeah, let's go and do this. Let's go and swing in with Grand Warlord Radha. We'll be able to make that additional land drop. And then I'll still put us online for Faithless Looting. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do that. Let's go and push in for 3. And also, let's see if we can't maybe draw into something else that we want to go for off this Faithless Looting before we make that land drop. So we're going to add red to our mana pool. Swinging in for 3, it's going to knock our opponent down to 27 unless they offer up a block off Course of Crucifix, which more than likely they might. It is sitting at a 2-4. Now, if we do draw into some sort of damage spell, we can actually take care of that Course of Crucifix, which would be pretty nice. But yeah, let's just go and go for Faithless Looting at this point right now. Yeah, we've got a ton of cards in the hand, so it's not good. Ooh, beautiful. Let's discard 2 cards. Let's go and get rid of at this point right now. I like Zealous Conscripts in this particular matchup. I like Beast Tracker. I like the Hydra. We do have to get rid of 2 cards, though. Let's go and get rid of Mountain at this point. And we'll get rid of the Spontaneous. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Artist. Yeah, that's a really nice effect to have, but everything else right here is really good. Let's go and get down Forest. Let's go and tap out for green. Let's go and go for a Tune with Aether. That way we're going to get that energy going. We'll get an additional land drop for next turn, replacing that Mountain that we discarded, and then we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. But yeah, it's red-green energy. There's not really anything super busted that we are doing in here. Grand Warlord Radha basically kind of just allows us to get in some extra mana. You know, a lot of these red-green energy creatures aren't that good by themselves. They work really well, you know, once you have a lot of energy going. But for the most part, they're kind of subpar, not subpar, but they're just not as good as what you could run at a traditional 4 converted mana cost. So to kind of make up for that, Grand Warlord Radha allows us to kind of turn some of these creatures into mana dorks. You know, something like Spontaneous Artist. We get that energy when it enters the battlefield, but at least we're going to be able to swing in with that Artist and get that additional energy going. So that kind of helps us get some stuff moving. All right, opponent's going to go for Course of Crucifix. They did get down a Birthing Pod, so we can see Birthing Pod activation off courses. So let's see what they're going to search up on this one. Okay, and our opponent does grab Elvish Piper, put a creature from your hand onto the battlefield. So that's something we need to watch out for. If we wanted to, so we can Zealous Conscripts. Is there any way that we can sacrifice that creature? I don't think so. Let's go and get down Forest, because what we are looking at is getting some additional energy going with that Bristling Hydra. So we can tap out for Zealous Conscript. That's 1 more activation for Elvish Piper. We get an additional creature on the battlefield. Be able to swing in with a pretty good chunk of creatures, 2 more. Is that what we want to tap out for, though, with Elvish Piper? Because Zealous Conscripts, whatever they're going to put on the battlefield, they did search that up. Let's just wait this turn. Right? Let's go and hold off on that. Let's get down Pia. Yeah, I think I like getting down Pia. That's going to be double red. Then 1 and 2. So look at those 2 Thopter tokens onto the battlefield. I guess technically if we wanted to, we could sacrifice one of the Thopters to take care of Elvish Piper. Yeah, I think I like that actually a little bit better. Let's go and swing in with Grand Warlord Radha. We're going to be able to get him for 3. We're just going to add that red mana to our mana pool. And then we'll knock them down to 24. That'll be 3 total commander damage unless Elvish Piper blocks. And then we'll go for that Pia activation off that one. Yeah, I thought about going for Beast Tracker, but I think I like going for this one because I was thinking we could go for Zealous Conscripts on whatever creature. But I think at this point, we need to take care of that Elvish Piper. That's going to be a little bit better for us. And then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Now, with Beast Tracker, we do have a couple good cards in here that we can grab with Beast Tracker. One of my favorite cards to run in Commander is going to be the... I can see the card art. It's like a big Cavu looking thing, and it gives all your creatures +2/+2. Ooh, we got Primetime on top of our library. Okay. Now, what we can do with that, in response to that Primetime entering the battlefield, we can go for a Heroic Intervention, giving our creatures indestructible. So that's something we do kind of need to watch out for. And our opponent did rip into a Bazaar Baghdad. So hopefully if we can leave up that 2 additional mana off Heroic Intervention and maybe sequence a pretty good Zealous Conscripts, we might be able to close it out. We'll see. We're looking at a pretty good chunk of damage, though, if we can grab something like Primetime, dealing that 3 damage up top. The only thing we are missing is some sort of Sack Outlet. That would be wonderful with Zealous Conscripts, but I don't think we have any sort of... I don't think we have high market. We might have high market in here. I can't remember on that one, but let's see what our opponent's going to roll out for the rest of the turn. Okay, our opponent's simply just going to go ahead and pass the turn to us. Thunderfoot Baloth. That's what it is. That Thunderfoot Baloth. I could not remember the name of it. That's the card that we can actually grab off of Beast Tracker. I'm pretty sure that we can grab it off of that search off of that. Okay, drawn to Bloodstained Mire. It's going to get down Bloodstained Mire. And then, yeah, at this point right now, we're just going to go and hold on to it. We can get down Blistering Hydra. And they can't activate Birthing Pod during the swing in. So we're actually looking at swinging in for at least 2 mana. Maybe they trade on Oracle. We're looking at 3, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that'll give us a pretty good chunk of mana. Let's do that. Let's go and push in with the whole crew. That's going to be Grand Warlord Radha swinging in, Pia, and Thopter. That's going to give us 3 additional mana to kind of work with. If they want to trade Oracle on Pia, I will definitely make that trade because they'll get rid of that extra land drops they're going to be able to make. Let's go and add triple green off of this one. We got some pretty heavy green cards in the hand. All right, opponent will trade on this one. It's going to put them down to 19 and 6 total commander damage. Let's go and go for Beast Tracker. Yeah, let's go for Beast Tracker. And then actually in response to that card, yeah, because it puts it on top of our library. Yeah, let's go in response to that. Let's go for that Bloodstained Mire. I can see myself getting that, putting that card and then shuffling it away. Let's go and grab Taiga. And now let's go for the Beast Tracker search off of that one. Oh, that'd be brutal. I would not enjoy that. Let's go and grab Thunderfoot Baloth. That's going to be on top of our library. Let's go and go for Bristling Hydra. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. And that'll still give us just enough mana to go for that Heroic Intervention, protecting some of our creatures. We'll get down Hydra. That's going to give us 3 additional energy. And now with the Hydra activation, we actually put a +1 counter. It's going to gain Hexproof until end of turn. Anything else we're going to go for? No, we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. Now, once we do get down Thunderfoot Baloth next turn, that's going to give all of our creatures +2/+2 and give them trample. So we're looking at a pretty good chunk of damage coming across. You know, our opponent does have not prime time, but Inferno Titan in the hand. So that's going to be them probably tapping out for that most of the turn. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're looking at 6 mana from our opponent, so that'll be a pretty good chunk of their mana for this turn if they end up getting that down. And then hopefully with Heroic Intervention and something like Zealous Conscripts, we can gain control of that Inferno Titan and maybe kind of push the game towards us. Okay, our opponent will end up going for Primetime, so they do have Primetime on that one. Search your library for 2 lands, put them on the battlefield tapped. They actually, did they make the land drop for the turn? Because let's see, they did play Reflecting Pool, so at least at this point right now, let's go and add it up. We are looking at Primetime. That's going to be 6, 10, that's going to be, 6, 10, okay, and our opponent did grab 2 lands. They grabbed the Dwarven Ruins and then Forest. So that will put us online for going for something like Zealous Conscript next turn, gaining control of it, and we'll add that extra mana to our mana pool. But I don't think we're going to be able to get down. I'm trying to figure out if we need to end up going for Thunderfoot Baloth on this one. We'll end up with an additional counter of Bristling Hydra. Let's see what we're going to roll out, though. All right, so we draw into Thunderfoot Baloth. It does not have haste, so we get it down. Creatures you control get +2/+2, so we're looking at 5. That's going to be 9. That's going to be 15, and that's going to be 18 coming across. But Primetime will be able to block, but that's going to be 11 total mana that we need to work with. Let's do this. Let's go for Zealous Conscripts. That's going to give us some additional land drops to make. Yeah, I really like those. Let's tap out for Zealous Conscripts. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Be really fun to kind of gain control of that. Yeah, I like it. Let's go for that. Let's go Zealous Conscripts on prime time. We're going to get those additional land triggers to search off this one. And then, yeah, come on prime time. Let's go over here, buddy. I think we're going to be just short of lethal on this one. We'll see, though. And then we'll be able to add that mana to our mana pool, or at least kind of pay that energy to add a +1 counter on their Bristling Hydra. All right, so let's go and swing with the whole crew on this one. Let's go ahead and go for Grand Warlord Radha. Let's go and add that mana to our mana pool. Let's go ahead. We have double green. Let's go 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Add that 6 mana to our mana pool. See what we're going to grab off. Yes, we're going to use that ability, Primetime's ability. Yeah, let's grab Aether Hug, and let's go and grab Kessig Wolf Run. And we're going to get that additional energy. Let's go ahead and pay that, put a +1 counter. It's going to get any hexproof. We'll put another additional +1 counter on there. And I think that might be lethal. Let's see, though. Yep, -2. There we go. Put them down to -2. We put those additional +1 counters on Bristling Hydra. I was trying to do the math in my head really quick, but yeah, we get those additional +1 counters on there with Hydra. We're going to be able to swing across on this one. And we still had more than enough mana to get down Thunderfoot Baloth. Now, unfortunately, this particular video, we didn't get a ton of energy going in this one. We got to use Zealous Conscript to gain control of a prime time, which is always a lot of fun. But you can see where the energy did help us get that Bristling Hydra win going for those activations. But yes, anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. Welcome to Grand Warlord Radha. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, I like it. We're going to keep on this one. We have some good energy support in the hand. We have Elvish Mystic, which I cannot tell you how much I love Elvish Mystic. I love this art on here. I mean, the card itself is fun. It's always nice to have a turn 1 mana dork. But anyway, let's go for Temple of Abandon, and then we'll kind of talk about that art in a second. Let's get the Scry going. The Scurry, the Fever. Do we want another mountain? We'll have Elvish Mystic. Yeah, let's go and put that on the bottom for right now. I'd like to see if we can't hit another forest. We do have a pretty heavy red hand, 2 red cards, but it's okay. Let's see if we can't hit a forest. But yes, welcome to Grand Warlord Radha. I hope you're ready to get your energy on. I was really kind of stuck as far as where I wanted to go with Radha, and then somebody in my Discord suggested going with energy for Radha, and I was like, we'll give it a shot. Sounds pretty fun, and I've really enjoyed the deck so far. Anything else, we're going to go and pass turn. Let's go and cover our commanders, and I'll kind of break that down just a little bit more. We are playing Grand Warlord Radha. Haste, whenever one or more creatures you control attack, add that much mana in combination of red or green. Until the end of turn, you don't lose mana as steps and phases end. I'm just going to get down a Simic Signet. They are looking at 2 colorless lands off of that one. Let's go and get down Care Keep, or we'll just go and get down a... Let's get down a mount. Let's go for Radha. Yeah, we're looking at turn 3 Radha. I like that. It's going to be that. Tap out for Elvish Mystic. Unfortunately, we're going to have 1 creature coming across 1 mana, so we're not going to be able to take advantage of that, but at least we'll still get in for 3. Let's go and add green to our mana pool. There we go. And then let's knock in for 3, knock them down to 27. It's going to be 3 total commander damage, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing against Maelstrom Wonder, the man who rides on a horse with no name. Creatures you control have haste, and then Cascade and Cascade. Now, if you've never seen Maelstrom Wonder before, typically it's just ramp, and then just value city. Get a ton of Hornet Queen, just tons of stuff on the battlefield, and you always keep your fingers crossed that those Cascades are going to run into something not good, but it's always like... In my experience with the double Cascade, it's like the first Cascade hits Cultivate, which you're like, yes, I can survive it. And the second one hits like you win the game spell. I don't know, something that happens like that. Let's go and get down Care Keep. Yeah, we'll get that down. Now, see how we want to sequence this one, because we're looking at 2 mana coming across. So that's actually going to be 6 total mana. We're going to get 3 energy with Sage. And we can actually get into spots where we can actually go for Gonti's Aether Heart pretty quick on this one. If we get down Lightning Runner, that'll be additional 1, but only end up with 2 mana. It'll actually work out. So let's go and go for Lightning Runner. I think I like that. That's going to be that. 1, 2, then tap out for green. We're going to be able to push across on this one, add double red to our mana pool, or actually green, get down Sage, add a little bit of extra energy to our board state, and then hopefully go for that Gonti's Aether Heart. That's going to allow us to maybe get into spots where we can get an extra turn off this one. All right, let's get that. Let's get double green, double energy off of that one, and let's go and go double green. Yeah, because I think we want to end up getting that extra energy going. All right, so we're going to swing in. That's going to be 5, and then actually 7 with double strike, and that'll be 6 total commander damage. Let's go and get down Sage to get that extra energy. Get that 3 energy. So now we're looking at 5 energy, and then anything else we're going to go and pass turn to our opponent. But yeah, as far as this actual deck itself, this is basically just red-green energy from standard. That's pretty much what it is. Anything that had energy in here, we've got it in here. You know, there's a lot of different ways to go with Radha. You can go tokens, you can go different things like that. I don't have a red-green energy deck, and so I just wanted to give it a shot and just kind of see how it would work out. It's really fun to play, and it's one of the things, like, the power level of this deck is really not that crazy. You know, it's not... you're not going to be able to really take down every single game that you play. And I say that from a standpoint of, you know, I approach Commander from a standpoint of, you know, you always want to win. You want to have fun. You want to win. But there's going to be some times to where your deck is something that's just really fun to pilot. Like, there's a lot of interactions. You get a lot of enjoyment of simply just playing the deck. And this is definitely one of those decks, you know. There's a lot of interaction. And, you know, typically if you're not really somebody who's ever played in Energy, like I don't play Standard, I never really played an energy style deck, so to actually kind of get into play with some of these energy cards to kind of work Magic with this alternative, you know, resource you're having to work with, kind of makes for a pretty fun, what just happened? I was looking away at my second, all right. No land drop to make, let's go and pass the turn. Okay, so we've drawn the Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. Let's see, anything else? We're going to go and pass the turn. But anyway, yes, so we had some really good energy going, but then we had everything got blown up. But at this point in the game, this is one of those times where some people just scoop to mass lane destruction. If we can win, I want to win. I want to, these are some of the most satisfying wins you can ever get. It takes a little time just to kind of collect yourself after a bunch of stuff like that happens, but hopefully we can get really lucky, keep hitting these lane drops, and then we can outrace our opponent off this one. We're going to keep passing the turn. We are working towards Gonti's Aether Heart. We are looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're looking at 8 total energy, so if we can get that online, well, that should be pretty good. All right, let's kick it back over there. We are in a good spot, though, to hopefully ramp past our opponent. We get down Mind Stone, get down Sky Shroud Claim, and then kind of start going from there. They are looking at 8 total mana to get their commander down, so it's going to be hard for them to get that going. Opponent does have down Field of Ruin, so we don't really have to worry about any sort of one-sided lane destruction with our lands getting blown up, so hopefully we can get that going. And then our opponent does get down a Coalition Relic. Okay, I'm going to put a charge counter on there. See what we draw into. Hopefully it's a land. Come on, land. That is not a land. All right, let's go and kick it over there. Let's go and hold on to... We'll get rid of Woodweaver's Puzzle Knot. I'd like to hold on to it, but one of the cheapest ways for us to get energy to go for Gonti's Aether Heart is going to be Harness Lightning. That's only going to be 2 mana. So at this point right now, if we do have to discard a card, pretty much going to be getting rid of anything that's non-energy like that. All right. See if we hit that land drop for the turn. Draw into Gruul Signet. All right, we're going to go and pass the turn. We're going to get rid of Hell Rider at this point. So we're looking at 4 mana. That's always just like the major bummer to me when you end up with a really big board wipe or just a total wipe. Yeah, I guess board wipe technically. That's going to blow everything up. Is that how bad you just need to take an extra turn. All right. All right, let's let our opponent do their thing. We tried to get Gonti going, so we did get off to a good start, and we'll go and let them do their thing. But you can see where... getting down Gonti's Aether Heart, getting that going, and we're actually online for getting some pretty good energy going. Opponent's going to go for Prime Time. If we don't hit the land next turn, we're going to go and scoop this one up because getting Prime Time to death with a bunch of lands and us not drawing any lands is one of the worst ways to lose in Magic. So opponent's going to get down a Cavern of Souls, and then we'll see if they end up naming Elemental off of that. All right, see what we draw into. Hopefully, nope, we do not hit that land, so we're going to go and scoop this one up. No lands on that one, so that makes us not be able to do anything on that one. So our opponent does get it. We could have tried to play it out, but with Prime Time coming down and them getting more lands, we're looking at very quick Maelstrom Wanderer. And so I'll just go and tack this on at the end of another video or something like that for the people out there who like to see the world burn and see board wipes happen. And you know what? The thing that I hate about this card is that whatever it's cast against me, I'm always looking at my second monitor to look something up, and I look back and there's just no permanents on the battlefield, and I'm just it's just like, did Magic Online reset? No, everything got destroyed. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks, bye.